Breaking crypto news. I got a video for you guys today. We're going to be talking about really what's going on in the traditional market and really what's going on with crypto, because it is quite a difficult time to be trading. It is quite a difficult market to be navigating. Out of all my years of trading, I've been trading for nearly a decade in crypto and a little bit over nearly almost 2 decades now at this point in the traditional market. The market we're seeing right now is very, very narrative driven. And it's very difficult to be trading, not long-term investing, very difficult to be trading where it doesn't feel like it's gambling, okay? That's really how I want it. That's a good way to put it, okay? So what do you do? What do you do in situations like this? Well, first things first, I would say, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. But what am I doing, okay? I want to tell you guys what I'm doing. So when it comes to crypto, it's a risk-on asset. It's very risky. People don't want to buy it unless they feel like the overall market is safe, okay? If they feel more comfortable risking their money, it's a risk-on asset. And it kind of there's a tier system, right? Bitcoin's risky. Major altcoins are more risky. Meme coins are high risk. And then low cap meme coins are like the highest risk of them all, okay? The only thing that's like riskier than that is like trading options on these meme coins or like leverage trading these meme coins. But I digress. We're sitting in a very narrative driven market. It's all based on these tariffs and what comes next? Are we going to see more tariffs? Is the negotiation, this 90-day pause, sent the S&P 500, the traditional market, up 10%, 11% in a day? Got everyone excited. Saw Bitcoin bounce from 73,000 to 85K. It's not enough for Bitcoin, in my opinion. It's not enough for me to say, okay, we're getting a bullish reversal here, unfortunately. But we're in a very narrative-driven market. And a snap of a finger, the market will bounce up and crash down, or in a kangaroo market, as some of the mainstream media people will say. I'll call it that, sure, kangaroo market. That's a good way to call it. But I would say what I'm doing right now is, well, Bitcoin's a risk-on asset. I have my assets that I have high conviction for, where I'm not trading them. I'm buying them and holding them for long term, regardless of the price. So when the prices rocket down, I look at it as opportunity. What are those, you may ask? Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency I am buying right now. And really since November, that's been the only crypto I've been buying. Probably even longer than that, honestly. I've been trading around like in 2024, but really I've just been taking profit all of 2024 when it comes to crypto. But when it comes to Bitcoin, the lower Bitcoin goes, the more I dollar cost average into. And I know that you don't want to hear this boring, oh, everyone just says dollar cost average. But guys, that's what I'm doing. I'm dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. And the lower it goes, the more I'll increase my daily buy. Now, you may say, well, Black Sea, is there a price level where you would just ape in, just dump a bunch in? Yes. But it requires a lot of pain to get there. And that target is near $51,000. If we break below $60,000, first off, we're probably in a recession. Second off, probably a lot of things in the traditional market are looking quite bleak to bring us to that level. But thirdly, if that happens, I'm going to be buying big time. I'm going to be buying many Bitcoin. I'm going to be buying and buying and buying and buying if we get below $60,000. Anywhere below $60,000, I think there's a great risk to reward ratio. When it comes to the equities, what am I doing? Well, really, the only thing that I'm comfortable buying right now, equities are not risk-on assets. Sure, some plays are, like these AI plays like Palantir and NVIDIA. I'm buying those. They're risk-on assets, but I wouldn't equate them to a Pepe or a Dogecoin or even a Solana, to be quite frank with you. But if you have high conviction on those, you should be buying them. If you have a 5-year, 10-year time horizon on these investments, you should be looking at this as massive opportunity. You should probably be buying. But for me personally, I buy in bear markets, guys. And usually in bear markets, you have a lot longer of a time to buy the bottom than you do to sell the top of a bull market, okay? That is some valuable advice for when it comes to investing and trading. So keep your eyes out for that. Usually you don't see a bottom in a quick wick and immediately we go to all-time highs. That's very rare. And the only time you really will see something like that is when the Federal Reserve steps in and says, hey guys, quantitative easing is coming. Hey guys, there's stimulus coming to the market. Hey guys, we're issuing more money. We're printing the printers. We're printing the money. We're turning the printers on. That's like a small scenario where that could happen. Even then, though, you're going to have less time selling the top than the amount of time you'll have to buy the bottom. So I'm buying equities. I'm buying mutual funds. I was running around crazy the other day when we saw that huge sell-off in the S&P 500 to get money so I could buy the dip. When it comes to investing long-term and you have your high conviction plays, you should be looking at this as amazing opportunity. This is massive wealth building opportunities. And I think that a lot of people are going to get dissuaded away by what you're seeing on crypto Twitter and on like finance, social media. Because a lot of people are saying like, oh, it's all over, it's all over. Guys, the traditional market will be all over when the world ends, okay? Can we trade sideways and not reach new all-time highs for 5 years, 10 years? Yes, we've had the lost decade before. After the dot-com bubble, the S&P 500 didn't reach new all-time highs for nearly 10 years. That was a thing. It happened. The lost decade. But if you have a high time horizon, then you should be looking at, in high conviction plays, you should be looking at this as massive opportunity. Now, when it comes to trading is very tough right now. I wouldn't recommend leverage trading unless you are doing high leverage, low time frame scalping. We're back to that. We were there for a while over the past few months. Then we switched mainly to hedging against spot positions, so mainly just shorting. But now it's very tough. There could be a huge swing at any moment's notice. So if you're going to be leverage trading, you need to be using tight stop losses. And it's not the time where you keep your trades open overnight, guys. You need to be monitoring these trades because a snap of a finger, there's going to be big swings. And I've noticed also that a lot of these swings have been happening during the open market. You're not really seeing big swings during night for when it comes to crypto. I think a lot of the risk-on asset money is sidelined, honestly, because nobody really knows, the big money at least, nobody really knows what's going to be happening here in the short term with all these tariffs. But guys, if you do want to leverage trade, if you are confident, you say, Blacksy, I know what I'm doing and I want to leverage trade, then please check out in the description box below or pin comment down below. We have a $5,000 sign-in bonus to Blowfin. All you do is click that link, deposit Trailbit, you get a bunch of free money, and there's some awesome rewards for trading. The more trading volume you do, you can get a Rolex, you can get all these different prizes. It's pretty cool. But I am very cautiously leverage trading. I am like really stepping back right now just to kind of see what happens with this market because it is it can turn on a dime. It's a very, very unpredictable market, guys. And I just wanted to come on here and give you guys my opinion on these markets and just really say, if you have your high conviction plays, the long-term investing, there is massive opportunity out there when it comes to the traditional market. And I think we're getting ready to see massive opportunity in the crypto market, really looking at that $73,000, $75,000 price level. If we break below that, I'm looking for low 60s. And if we close above like $85,000 now, $86,000 on daily timeframes for Bitcoin, there's a good chance, well, that's our first higher low. So maybe we get our reversal. But as of right now, I think that the pressure's to the downside. We're going to have to be very, very diligent on looking at these price levels and not aping in at the wrong times, guys. But if you want to be trading, it's risky right now, in my opinion, but if you want to be investing, I think there's fantastic opportunity, especially in the traditional market. That's all I got, guys. I'll see you next one. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, follow me, 333 Blacksy on Instagram and Twitter.